Hi, leaders. This is Amy Neal, and today I'm coming to you to talk to you about developing directors. All right, so you learned very recently about the 10% sales bonus that you can earn on your personal sales starting this month, and that is so awesome, and I know you're excited about that. Well, have you shared that with team members? How are you maximizing this opportunity to develop leaders? Have you developed your first leader? Are you interested in developing your next leader? So that's what we're going to talk about today for a few minutes. The 3 I's. You may have heard of the 3 I's when it comes to recruiting, but did you know that the 3 I's also work when we're thinking about developing leaders? It's important that first we ignite interest, then we invite them to consider leadership, and then we explore through an interview if leadership is a fit for them. So today I'm just going to talk to you quickly about those 3 things and the importance of each of them and kind of how they play out in your role as leader and how you can be developing leaders. So let's talk first about igniting interest. Igniting interest with team members to even want to become a leader. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions. How do you currently inspire interest and even curiosity in promoting to director? What are you currently doing? How do you engage your consultants or your senior consultants in leadership behaviors? All right, are you allowing them to connect, be at Celebrate and Connect meetings and contribute? Are you modeling and recognizing leadership behaviors in your newsletter? How about team trainings on Zoom or Facebook? Are you asking those consistent sellers and top performers to contribute? Again, this is all in the spirit of developing a leader. And then are you modeling a duplicable business so that others are inspired to promote, to do what you do? And then how do you discover what inspires a team member and then connect that back with how she can do it more as a leader? She may have a heart for helping others. That is definitely a wonderful leadership trait. She may be naturally driven. So again, how do you take what inspires her and what she's good at and help her see that she can do it even more as a leader? All right, so that's igniting interest and maybe a few questions to really get you thinking. Next, the next I is invite. All right, very much like recruiting, like I said, it is important that you don't prejudge. Anyone on your team that is engaged in any way and selling consistently is a right person to invite to consider leadership. I'm going to give you some words to say, and it's just an example of what an invite could sound like. All right, and ladies, I always like to say, make this your own, okay? You definitely want this to sound like your words. So hello, Susie. You are on my mind today, and as you know, I'm in the business of helping people, and I love helping people be successful in their 31 business. It is important to me to know that you are feeling successful and getting all that you want and need from your business. I would love to chat with you about how you could earn even more. Is this something you're interested in talking about? All right, that's simple. How about that? All right, so those are just some suggested words. I'm hoping maybe you grab that from the screen and maybe, again, can maybe make that your own. Ladies, the principle of 1 in 10 that we share when you're booking parties or tracking recruiting, that is the same as when you're developing leaders. 1 in 10 that you invite from your team are going to consider leadership. So why not invite them all? And every single month, make it a goal to be inviting team members to consider leadership. Did you know it's even okay to invite new consultants to consider leadership? When she's earning her start swells, she's demonstrating leadership abilities already, and you just don't know how you're impacting a life. All right, so let's go to the third I, which is interview. And I'm going to go ahead and put out a little teaser here, ladies. This is an area that at the home office, we are putting some real time and focus because we want to help you to see that it's very easy to explore leadership with someone on your team, to not only help her start strong, but to move her into leadership sooner than later. So more to come on that, more to come. But what do we have right now for you? Well, right now, there is a tool on TOT called a career path worksheet, and partnered with that is a discussion guide for you, the leader. And it's a worksheet that you can complete right with your team member when she says, yes, I'm interested in kind of exploring getting more from my 31 business. And it walks you through that. So I'm going to show you that quickly so that you can see how simple this is, okay? All right, so I'm actually going to go here first. I'm going to give you a visual of what the actual career path worksheet looks like. You may have seen this before. It's been out there for a little bit, but I want to kind of revive it a little bit and just help you see that this really works. So this is what your team member is completing. You help her walk through her why. You want to help her set goals with her parties, and then you have it set an action plan on how is she going to get those parties booked, and what training is she going to do to improve her skills currently, and then what's the support plan? How are you guys going to stay connected so that she's accountable and getting encouraged? All right, so now look, here is your career path discussion guide. All right, so literally it gives you the words to say, it gives you the talking points for each step. Step 1, recognize strengths and success. There's your talking points. Step 2, explore her why. Those are the words to say. Step 3, goal setting. And step 4, action plan. So all that's right there on a Zoom call, face-to-face over coffee. This is an easy conversation to have. So this is what I'm referencing as the interview. See, it's that simple. All right, ladies, I wanted to share my personal story with you really quick, just a small part of it, because I really do want it to inspire you. When I chose to start my own direct selling business, it will be almost 19 years ago, my sponsor encouraged me to recruit from the very beginning. But I informed her pretty much day one that I would only be selling the product. I didn't have time to recruit. I worked a full-time job. I had a child at home. I didn't have time to recruit. Well, ladies, I am so thankful that my sponsor saw past what I was saying. She saw that recruiting is always the right thing to do, and she continued to talk about it. She partnered with me to actually help me start recruiting. So she was doing the interviewing for me. She was training those new consultants until I started to see my income going up, and then I embraced leadership. And I began to see the benefits of becoming a leader. I remember the first time she asked me to contribute for 3 minutes at a team meeting. My knees were shaking. I remember physically shaking that day. And because I wasn't used to talking to people and sharing it in front of people, but she saw potential. She decided that she would develop me. So I'm saying all that to say that had she not done that for me, had she not continued to talk about recruiting, had she not put me in opportunities to develop me personally, I wouldn't be sitting here today with my life forever changed, wanting to help inspire you to do the same thing. All right, so that's just a little bit about my story. You have that privilege. You have the privilege of impacting the lives. Does your income grow when you develop leaders in our career path? It absolutely does. It absolutely does. But ladies, the impact that it has on your life, the joy in your heart because you're seeing lives change right in front of your eyes, that is priceless. So it's time to start igniting interest in being a 31 leader. Then it's time to start inviting those ladies to consider it, and then having a conversation with them to help them explore if 31's a fit for them. Thanks. I hope this was helpful for you today.